sharing 10 quick tips to know before the USPTO filing fees change January 18th, 2025. First tip, file renewals now if you're eligible. Know your trademark registration renewal dates, and if you're eligible to file now, you will save money instead of waiting until after January. File new applications now. If you've been thinking about filing a new application for a brand name, logo, or slogan, you are likely to have to pay more if you wait until after the new fees go into effect. It's complicated. The fees aren't necessarily increased, but there are additional penalties and fees that might be applicable. So you can probably save money if you file now. Know the USPTO's Trademark ID manual. This is going to be very important after the new application form and fees take hold on January 18th. Knowing how to use the ID manual and how to find what's in it and whether or not it's applicable to a particular situation with goods and services is going to be extremely important. The new USPTO fees that are going into effect on January 18th carry several different types of penalties or surcharges for things that you might do in an application. I recommend that you learn about and study these fees and what triggers them so that you can avoid them when possible. One thing to think about is extensions of time and reducing them if you don't need them, or filing them now if you're eligible, to help keep your overall costs of an application down. Avoiding an abandonment of a trademark application and having to file a petition to revive it is always a good idea, because it's very risky to abandon, because that deadline to revive is a final deadline. And if you miss that deadline, the application is gone forever. It's now even more important starting January 18th because the USPTO filing fee to revive an application is increasing. So pay attention to your deadlines. This is one of the major benefits of using an experienced law firm is software that we have to help track and manage deadlines. We've been talking about all the changes that are coming on January 18th from the new USPTO trademark fees. An important thing to know is the new USPTO application form, replacing T's and T's Plus. That is now part of Trademark Center. So I encourage you to familiarize yourself with that form, because come January 18th, that's the only filing form that will be available. One good thing from the USPTO trademark fee increase and changes coming January 18th is that TTAB filing fees have not been impacted at all. Those are about the only fees that aren't impacted. Many of the other fees, from how you file an application to renewals, to petitions to revive, to letters of protest and more, have gone up, but TTAB fees are staying the same. When filing a trademark application with the USPTO, it has always been important to have a proper signatory who has authority on behalf of the applicant to sign and bind the applicant. That is even more important now with the changes taking place on January 18th, because not having a proper signature would likely cause a penalty fee in your application. One final tip for now about the USPTO trademark fee changes and increases coming on January 18th is know about how to submit potential new identifications of goods or services to the USPTO's ID manual. There's an email address. I'll put the link in the description or comments here so you can find it. There is a short turnaround, hopefully remains short, that turnaround, if you want to suggest something new, since choosing an already approved ID from the manual will be very important to help keeping filing fees down. Those are tips about the new USPTO fees coming January 18th, 2025. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and or YouTube for lots more updates about all these changes.